This is the Doogee S61 Disassembly. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Twitter so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And if you need any tools, there are links in the description. First, we'll need to remove the SIM tray. Here's a better look at that. The Doogee S61 has a removable backplate. To remove that, we'll need to apply some heat so we can loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then the backplate can be pried off. Here's a better look at the plastic backplate. The camera lens cover is also held on with some adhesive, and in order to remove that, you need to apply some heat and pry it off. In order to take the phone apart, we need to pry off the screen. Again, we'll need to apply some heat to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then we'll need to use a pry tool to pry the screen off. Also, when prying the screen off, the adhesive is extremely strong, so it's going to take you some time to pry it off. Once the screen is loose from the frame, you're going to have to gently lift it up, but be careful since the flex cable is still attached underneath. There's a single Phillips screw which is holding on the cover for the connector, which needs to be removed. Here's a better look at the screen. There are 13 T5 or Torx 5 screws that need to be removed. The mid plate can now be removed. Here's a better look at that. The earpiece speakers adhere to the back of the mid plate with some rubber dry-in-place adhesive to keep any water or debris from coming inside the phone. The battery cable can now be disconnected as well as the rest of the flex cables. There are 5 Phillips screws which are holding on the main board. The black coaxial cable needs to be disconnected from the subboard. Here's a look at this assembly. The flex cable on the back needs to be disconnected. Since the vibrator motor is soldered to this board, there's some adhesive underneath it which is holding it to the main board that needs to be pried off. There are some antenna lines drawn on this plastic cover which are the light gray color lines, and there are 4 LEDs for the flash, as well as 4 infrared lights. On the other side is the 8 megapixel front facing camera. The SIM and memory card reader is located on this side of the board, as well as a notification LED and the proximity sensor, and next to that is the headphone jack. Once this shield is removed, we can see the RAM and a thermal pad on top of the processor. Here's a better look with the thermal pad removed. On the other side, there's a 20 megapixel main camera and night vision camera. The connectors can be disconnected by just popping them off. There's some copper tape on the shields, as well as a liquid damage indicator sticker, which is the white sticker. This flex cable connecting the main board to the subboard needs to be disconnected. To remove the battery, there are adhesive pull tabs for the adhesive pouch to help you pry the battery off. Here's a better look at the 5180 mAh battery. There are 4 Phillips screws on the bottom which need to be removed. Here's a better look at the subboard. The charger port is located here. The primary microphone is located on the other side. The speaker assembly can be lifted up and removed. Here's a better look at that. And there's a rubber gasket around the speaker opening. There are also some antenna lines drawn on the plastic cover. The buttons on either side, as well as the fingerprint reader, are all sealed in place with the cure-in-place rubber gaskets. So this way they prevent any dust, debris, or water getting inside. For the repairability score on this phone, I give it a 6 out of 10. Now it's time to put the phone back together. When everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the screen. Power on the phone, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.